Good morning. Tuesday morning, June 23rd, 2026. Good morning. Great to have you with us. It's going to be a great show. Now, I have not really started paying attention to my skincare routine until a couple of years ago. I'm a guy, we don't do that. And then I looked in the mirror and realized that guys should do that. So Susan from BHR is going to be with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's coming up in the second segment of today's show, and it should be interesting. We're going to talk about skincare. We're going to talk about what it takes to look and stay young. Man, it's been a great week for me. It's only Tuesday, but it's been one of those really great weeks where a lot of cool things happen. Got some interesting things coming with the network. Be watching on Abundant TV for some neat new shows. If you missed last week, you missed a great show on the network called Sunday Concessions. The great guys over there talking about NFL football every Saturday night. It's called Sunday Concessions. In fact, the show became so popular that we've now made it also on Monday night. So if you caught it last night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, Sunday Concession, is football season really rounds into shape. Excited about another show that has gone from monthly to weekly. Stephanie Esposito and Salted, a show that you guys love here on the network, and we're so excited. Stephanie's got great guests. Check out tonight's show, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Stephanie sits down, talks about health and things pertaining to just life in general. It's a great interview she does, 9 o'clock tonight across the network on Abundant TV, whether you watch us on an app or on Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. And hey, you know what? One of our great sponsors, and I have been so thankful for them, is My-Snackies. My-Snackies.com. Use the promo code ATV when you order from them. I know Donnie and his great team at My-Snackies. Now, I wasn't really sure or understood about freeze-dried snacks until he introduced me, really, to be honest with you. And with over 70% of you going on road trips this year, what a great way to pack some snacks for the road. Get some freeze-dried snacks from the great folks at My-Snackies.com. The Looking Cam today in Asheville, North Carolina. Of course, I like this one, and I come back to it. By the way, there's the hotel right there, dead center, Kimpton. Give a shout out to them. It's so funny. If you follow me on social media, you know that they've now been interacting with me. The Kimpton, there in Asheville, has been interacting with me on my posts on social media since over the last few weeks. I've talked about the great time we had while we were in Asheville. Kimpton's the place I would stay if I were going to Asheville. One of the highlights of that trip. And of course, thanks to the great folks at My-Snackies.com for doing the Look-In Cam again today. We appreciate them so very much. Hey, today, by the way, is National Hydration Day. National Hydration Day. Now, my wife gets on me a ton for not drinking nearly enough water. But interesting study about this. People that drink on average, this is an average thing. If they drink 4 bottles of water today, they say at least, it extends, according to this study, and again, every study is different, but this study says this will really fight off things that we worry about, all of us that are getting a little older, including things like a lot of your inflammatory diseases like arthritis and things like that. So very interesting study. National Hydration Day is today. So what do you do as far as like, what's your drinking? Do you have one of those big like Stanleys, or are you like me? I have bottles of water. And the bad part sometimes, I gotta be honest with you, I'll open like 2 to 3, maybe 4, and they'll all be open, and none of them are finished. Drives my wife crazy, and she loves me anyway. But yeah, drives her crazy. By the way, completely off the health thing. Today is also Detroit style pizza day. Google that because I was going to get a graphic together. Just things happen. Didn't happen. Today is Detroit style pizza day, which is different than deep dish. Completely. A lot of people say, well, isn't it kind of like deep dish pizza from Chicago? It is not. It is completely different. Of course, it's a square. That's the first thing. But it's just the way it's created. And being now somebody who lives near Detroit, I will tell you this. I really dig Detroit style pizza. I love Chicago. Chicago's always going to be my favorite, but love some Detroit style pizza. What do you put on your pizza? I'm kind of a purist, and I've got to be very honest, though I do on occasion like pepperoni. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of a purist when it comes to that. And so just like cheese. That's pretty much it. That is my thing. I like some cheese. And yes, I'm gonna get some heat, but I'll dip it in ranch dressing. So that's it. Hydration day. So drink some water, eat some pizza. When we come back, Susan's gonna be with us. We're gonna talk about skincare. I know hydration's a part of that. We're going to talk about it after this.
Behind every precious life, there was a choice. Behind every family moment, behind every special memory, there was a choice. A life of joy. A life that is beautifully and wonderfully made. At 7 Weeks Coffee, we are funding the pro-life movement, one cup at a time. Will you let your coffee serve a greater purpose?
Talk about a day. We did not even talk about our great sponsor, 7 Weeks Coffee. Now, I love dark roast coffee. That's my thing, just so you know. But they have a great sales right now, including the variety pack, which is all 4 different flavors of their coffee. Personally, I love the morning blend too, which is completely different than the dark roast, which is what I normally drink. But it has some really neat notes of caramel, some really great stuff. Use the promo code ATV10 when you go to 7weekscoffee.com. We're going to be having the founder and the founders of the coffee company on the show. Was supposed to be last week, and due to my mess up, it will probably be early August that we have the great folks from 7 Weeks Coffee on the show. Hey, listen, when you order, remember, use the promo code ATV10. And as the ownership told me, they weren't going to tell me about some special deals you can get if you head to the website, which you should. Go to 7weekscoffee.com. And when you do check out, use the promo code ATV10. They've been a great sponsor of the show here on my show and also of the network. We appreciate you. And we do. Hey, real quick, I'm starting to do this because I'm going to the app and getting these. So the question of the day for me, and I thought this is funny. So this is somebody that actually watches. Question of the day, they asked me, and this is from Ted. Ted is he actually told me where he was from. Ted is from North Carolina, and Ted goes, hey, Rob, what don't you put ranch on? And I tried to think of what it was. I've even put ranch on an omelet. I've done everything. I shy away from, though it is a Midwest thing, to put ranch on the side with pasta. It's just not me. So I can't do that, but I will do almost everything else. I'm so excited. We have the founder of BHR with us today. Susan, it is great to have you here on the show today. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me, and nice to meet you.
It is. It's nice to meet you. I want to get into this, and I'll start first and foremost with, and I'm going to ask you the question because it's National Hydration Day. How important to skincare is drinking enough water?
Oh, it's very important. It is very important. You need to hydrate your skin as much as you can. And when you feel dehydrated and, if you don't drink enough and you're thirsty, you tend to lose the volume on your skin. So it kind of shows that you're kind of lethargic and feeling very dry. So you have to always try to drink as much water as you can during the day.
So tell me how you decided, and I want to talk about BHR, and I know that stands for something. Tell everybody first and foremost what it stands for.
BHR stands for Blessed Healing Remedy. My company name is Blessed Healing Remedy, and I turn it into BHR because it's easier for people to remember. So it's BHR Skincare.
So I want to ask this first and foremost is how did you come up with the idea to start a company like this, and what was your driver? What made you go, yeah, this is what I got to do?
Well, I do have a doctorate of pharmacy degree, so I've always been interested in formulating products because, we do a lot of compounding and different formulas for different products. So when I was pregnant, and this is like 100 years ago, I decided to I couldn't find anything that is safe and effective for me during pregnancy to use on my skin to prevent getting stretch marks and scars and all of that. So I decided to formulate my own product. And once I did that and I used it and it worked so well, and I also made some more for my family and friends that were close to me that were going through the same kind of time of their life with pregnancy and having children. And once I did that, I was asked if I should, maybe you should just go ahead and see if you can get the patent for this and put it out in the market. I didn't think about it at the time, but years later I decided to go back and do it. Once I started the process and I found a manufacturer that was going to produce the product, it just started from there. And I said, you know what, I can formulate so many other, great products to be able to help as many people as I can out there. And that's how it all started. So the desire was in my heart. And God gave me a vision of that as well with my body cream that I made originally. So I just took that and ran with it. And now, I started with one product, and now I have 24 products in my skincare line.
Okay, before here, since I'm a guy, gonna ask you, Susan, how much skincare? Like my wife has gotten me in. I'm very honest about this. I use a serum, not every night because I forget because I'm a guy. But what if for the guys out there watching, it is important that we take care of our skin. What would you recommend for a regimen for guys?
The same thing for guys as I usually recommend for women. You can use the products twice a day. So when you wake up in the morning, you clean use the cleanser and get all the impurities and the oil that you've collected overnight. Take that off, and then put the toner on, which kind of puts the hydration back in the skin cells and seals it. And then you can use the serum. Actually, you can use the serum, and it puts all the nutrients in your cells and on your skin. And follow with the moisturizer, and I recommend SPF, which I have a wonderful mineral tinted SPF in my line for protection against the UV light. So I recommend twice a day for both men and women.
Okay.
You can use the cleanser also for shaving.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Which I haven't done, obviously, in a couple of days. But so you talked about something that's super interesting to me right now because we're getting ready. We're going to Puerto Rico, my wife and I. Mm-hmm. And SPF, you mentioned that you have a product for sunscreen. Tell us about that product, especially summer. Right now is super important.
Yes, absolutely. All of my products are natural, botanical, kind of organic products. So there's no harsh chemicals in them. There's nothing toxic. So my SPF product is actually mineral tinted SPF. It has a little tint to it that kind of gives the glow when you put it on the skin. And I highly recommend using that. It gives the protection of 30 to protect your face and neck against the UV light. So it's very important to use that, especially in the summertime. And if you're going to be out there in the sun, I highly recommend using that on your face and neck.
That is so. See, and for a lot of guys, we golf, and of course we wear a hat, but that doesn't give us enough protection. So I like the glow idea. Even as a guy, I like to look like I'm shining a little bit. It's
Yes.
always good. Tell everybody. Can you give us a little history? So you told us a little bit about how you started, but now I want you to kind of go through. I'm pretty sure, because I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, that wasn't just smooth sailing. So what were some of the challenges early on that you faced kind of starting your own company?
Well, like any kind of entrepreneurship, you have to, be dedicated and determined to follow through. Don't get discouraged if you don't get something, happening the way that you intended it to. But for me, the most important part before I even started was to do something that God intended me to do. And through a lot of prayers and seeking, advice, the information, the words, the direction would come to me, whether towards, if it was visions or dreams or anything like that. So every process that I went through, I prayed about it. I wanted to make sure that I do the right thing. And when things would get hard, yeah, of course you get discouraged if this is going to work or not, but you just keep going and be determined and follow through it and don't give up. So the most challenging is just to start the whole thing at the beginning, having the right logo, having the right name, you want to make sure that everything is in sync with what the good Lord wants you to have and to do. So that was very interesting when I first started, just to learn different things about the business and which way to go and how to start, and then finding the right people to work with you. That is the key. You have to have people that believe in you, people that would see your vision and are supportive and want to be successful along the line with me. So that was a very important part, just to start the whole thing. But God will bring the right people to your path and put the right people at the right time in your journey.
Oh, completely. I agree with you, Susan. I think you said you have 24 products right now that you have.
I have
Give
24.
everybody kind of a rundown, because not everybody needs the same thing. So give everybody kind of some of the products that you have, and let's talk about those.
Well, the products are for any age and for any skin type. So if you've got very sensitive, dry skin and people with rosacea or eczema or something like that, I have products for that. I've got a whole line of serums. The serums are wonderful. They give you all the, vitamins and minerals and ceramides and peptides and things that your skin needs, all the nourishments that your skin needs. I have moisturizers, again, for different types of skin. I have cleansers for different types, toners, and I also have hair growth system. That is one of my newest products. There's a 3-step process. I've got the shampoo, conditioner, and the serum. And what it does is it stimulates the follicles to regenerate hair. And none of my products have any kind of drugs in them, so everything is natural. And I went towards finding the right peptides and ceramides to kind of enhance the whole process. So everything is all natural, organic products. And I have before and after pictures on my website for people that actually use the hair growth system and how little hair is growing out after about 90 days, which 3 months to 6 months is when you see the most, effect out of it. So I've
And
got different, yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, Susan, and the hair growth thing is not just for men. There are women that deal with hair loss issues
I
also.
wanted it for my own because I had a bald spot in my head and I wanted that to disappear. So using the hair growth system on my own, I actually have a picture of myself before and after as well, that it just shows that, if you just be consistent and continue using it and don't give up. And sometimes people expect miracles within like 2 days, and it's not something that can happen overnight. It's a process. So you have to kind of follow through it. If it says twice a day, use it twice a day. If it's, twice a week, use it twice a week, and so on and so forth. So don't give up. Just continue doing it until you see the results.
I think, Susan, that's not only a great advice for products, but I think as an entrepreneur, that is a huge thing. Nothing happens, and I think you can testify to this, nothing happens overnight. It is,
Right.
you've had a long process in this, and that's why now you have great products. And what going forward, what is the desire you want for BHR? What are you looking for next 5 years?
I would love to be able to expand and grow as much as I can and be able to reach out to as many people as I can in this country and hopefully go globally at some point. So my mission and my vision is to see BHR Skincare grow throughout the world and be able to help as many people as I can through the process.
That's awesome. So last question for me that I thought of that I wanted to talk to you about. At what age should you start with a skincare regimen? How old? What? Obviously everybody has different opinions, but what's your opinion on when you should start a skincare regimen of some sort?
As early as possible. I recommend, once you turn 18 and you're a young woman, you want to make sure that you take care of your skin as much as you can. A lot of people wait until they're way into their 30s or 40s before they even start, doing something with the skin and make sure that they are giving their skin as much, nourishment as they can. But the longer you wait, the more damage you're giving to your skin. So if you start early and able to, take care of your skin the best as you can and try to avoid UV rays as much as you can, then you're going to maintain your skin, have beautiful skin throughout your life. So I'd say anybody over the age of 18, simply because less than 18 is a child, and I usually recommend adults to start. And then you just use it all the way till you're 120, hopefully.
I like that. I have an aunt who's 101, so I totally could see that would be amazing to be that old. So let's say somebody's going to check out your website. Can you give them the website really quick?
Yes, the website is www.bhrskincare.com.
Okay. Now, let's say somebody's watched this interview and they want to go and order 3 products. What 3 products should they put in their cart and order today?
I think they should start with the nice cleanser. The toner, I recommend the toner, but some people skip it, but it's important to use that. Try to use a nice serum and a moisturizer. I highly recommend using them together as a bundle. And I do have bundles actually on my website. If you go through my website, there's a page that's for bundles, and there's some savings if you decide to go that route, and you get discounts on that. So I highly recommend to use that.
See, that's awesome. Okay, final question. I mean it
Yeah.
this time. I started exfoliating. How often should I exfoliate my face?
That's a regular thing to do. At least twice 2 to 3 times a week, I would do that. I actually try to do that on a daily basis, but I don't do heavy, exfoliation. I do kind of light, so I can do it daily in the shower. So that's what I do. But I highly recommend it at least do 2 to 3 times a week.
And since it's National Hydration Day, how many bottles of water do you drink, or how many ounces of water do you drink a day?
They say to you to drink 8 glasses of 8-ounce glasses a day. Now, depends on your height and weight and the size. For me, I'm not a big person. I try to have at least 6 8-ounce glasses per day, and that seemed to be okay for me. But
That's
if you're
a
a man and you're 6 feet tall, I would say 8 glasses would be great.
Yeah, see, I'm 6'2", so yes, and I
There
know
you
I
go.
underdo. Susan, hey, it was so great to meet you. BHR, give them the website one more time.
www.bhrskincare.com.
Thanks so
It was
much.
wonderful to be with you, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Susan. Have a great day. Wow, where does the time go? It goes by way too fast. It is crazy to think that, we're just like, boom, and it's over. And that was super interesting. Loved finding out more about that stuff, because I'm kind of on that journey. So check out the website, check out what she's doing. And man, just fantastic. I am excited about that. BHR, she did fantastic. I loved that. I want to learn more about taking care of my skin. You turn a certain age and you realize that this is the only skin you got. I know that's depressing, and I'm trying it. The water thing's what's hard for me. I'm really having a hard time with the water. It just, I'm like, I can't. I wonder if you can count water with coffee in it. Hey, it's been a great day. Remember, check out tonight, Salted, Stephanie Esposito. It's going to be a great show. You're going to want to check that out. Of course, there is a rerun of the Robin Kristen Show tonight at 8 o'clock. We have, I think, 3 more episodes left of this season, but tonight's not one of them. But check us out at 8 o'clock on the network, and all kinds of great shows that are a part of what we do here on Abundant TV. If you're watching on social media, remember, you can download us on the app, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, any of those, plus on your mobile device. Right here. That's mine. You can't have mine, but that's my mobile device. Get your own. Okay. Hey, thanks to the great folks, 7 Weeks Coffee, 7weekscoffee.com. That's 7weekscoffee.com. Use the promo code ATV10 when you order. They have been a fantastic sponsor. Another great show tomorrow, end of my week. And next week, by the way, it's countdown. Puerto Rico is on the way. Next week, my final week before we go on vacation. Got some great guests lined up for next week, plus some surprises. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to check it out. Plus, I was thinking about this, and I wasn't going to talk about it until maybe next week, but we're coming up on 1 year. August will be 1 year of doing the morning break, and we might have some giveaways. We might. It might happen. Thanks for spending part of your morning live with us here on the morning break. Appreciate you. Now go out, tackle the rest of the day. This has been your morning break.